The Good Ride, second less every year for over 10 years.
Hornet!
So here we are, Grant.
Cheers.
Myself, Good Ride Review, and Slurp with the Hornet. I've seen my friends ride Hornets and Chasers, and I really wanted to get on these because they looked really interesting. And I gotta say, I was expecting kind of something similar to the Manta Ray, you know, but
Not at all.
But not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. Like I was expecting kind of like maybe a take on that because it does have a little bit more tail, you know, than their swallowtail rides, you know, and it's got a nice stiff flex, but it's like a 48, so it's a tiny little thing. It's a tiny, super wide thing. Like what's the waist is 27.2.
Yeah.
We're looking at the TV behind there. This is kind of fun.
With a lot of taper.
Yeah, just a little departure from the on snow reviews. You'll see our footage beforehand, or my footage. But, you know, and you rode this before too, right?
Yep, and the
not
Chaser.
recently though, right?
Spent probably 2 days on it last year, and between that and the Chaser. Liked them both.
Yeah, which
Remember
did you like better? I haven't ridden the Chaser.
Chaser slightly better. Both weren't really my thing. Because sometimes I like to straight line, and the days I rode them, there wasn't too much powder, and they weren't very stable when you point it.
Yeah.
But there's huge taper in these, so even though the waist is 272, I mean the tail's 285, nose is 330, so what are we at? 30 and 45 millimeters of taper.
That's
Yes.
45 mil taper.
Yeah. 45 mil.
You got it correct, sir.
I learned some math.
Yeah, we're learning math. Learning math through making turns. Everybody should do
I
that.
mean, it's for my size 11's perfect. I don't know what the width
Probably
is.
wouldn't have had to. You know, if I had got into the numbers of surfing
the
and
algebra
snowboarding,
craze.
I probably would have passed math in high school and college.
Yeah.
Without having to take summer school.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, this I mean, it's a fun board. And they say there's only like 5 mil setback on side cut, but obviously, like check the on the table review, you can see there's a lot more on board. And it definitely is like really floaty, but wow, that I was saying today it's at least 3, like just guessing when I was on the snow today, I was like, dude, this must have at least 3 centimeters of taper.
Yeah.
And it's 4.5, so that makes perfect sense. It is super light on the tail. You really have to, like, you see the setback on side cut of 5 mil, you think, okay, I'm kind of riding a little more between my feet maybe. But no, you're like this.
Could be amazing in the trees.
Yeah. Oh.
Tight trees could be a lot of fun.
And I had a buddy who rode the Chaser pretty much solely in powder, but had fun on groomers with it too. And just feels like a mini Chaser.
Yeah.
You know, there's little tweaks here and there that a shaper would cringe when I would say that. But for the average rider, that's kind of like, you know, what you and I felt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or what you felt.
I didn't hate the board.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was totally different than the boards I'd normally ride. And I don't know. I'd like to ride it in powder in the trees because it's so short. It could be maneuverable and tons of float. Noses, I mean, it's 330, so for a 148, it's a big ass
there's a
nose.
super nice guy we see on the hill all the time. His name's Joe. Cheers, Joe.
Cheers, Joe. Loves these boards.
He owns this board.
And he rides them very
and he's
well.
a big dude, and he rides it perfectly.
Yeah,
And
he knows what he's doing.
He's a tall guy, and he's an ex-surfer. He still surfs. I mean, we're never not surfers, but
There's people that move from the beach to the mountains.
yeah, like myself.
Been there.
Yeah, both of us. Wait a second. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. There's too many commonalities here. But he loves his board, and watching him ride it with a narrow stance, really off the tail, very careful and calculated, and just super fun. I can see why people love this board. I kind of thought this would be a little more aggressive, and I thought it would be more like, the manta ray that I loved.
Right.
Like, kind of like a very, you know what I mean? Like, have that, like, because those rays really, like, opened my mind and made me love Gentemstick. And then I just had to shift my mentality and adjust to this, and I had a pretty good time. It was very slashy. It's so easy to release the tail and just spray shit.
Super cool, yeah.
Yeah,
and it's got this nice, like, roundish tail.
And this is beat to shit. I mean, this is a demo model that's been around for a while and has traveled around the world, and lots of people have ridden and hurt.
It's been rode
this
hard
board.
and put up wet, but it still looks beautiful.
Yeah. But it's an expensive ass board, you know. I mean,
if you're neurotic and very impatient like myself on the mountain, this is not the board for you to just go straight lining and do a spastic turn.
And you're only talking about neurotic and impatient in terms of your riding style.
Yes, but
we're not applying this to your life.
If you can tone that down and learn how to ride this board,
I think
it's
I've
going to be an
heard
amazing job.
Neurotic before. Impatient? Yeah.
They're kind of go together.
Yeah. But this is a fun board. I love the all black base. We rode this with Atlas, Union Atlas, and Adidas Tactical ATVs, and they were great. But hey, it's funny though. It says there's 4 millimeters of camber. It felt like the camber was almost the same, but this is a demo board, so it's beat to shit. But it felt like the camber was almost the same as the Stingray and the Manta Ray, which they say is 1 mil of camber off the back. You know? And check the On the Table review for, like, the fun. I was kind of thinking maybe we'd put the On the Table here, but there just wasn't enough room, and just kind of combine it. So we do like the setback and this, and so just cut straight to the On the Table and Scotch.
We gotta build a new table.
Yeah, I gotta build a new table. I just built that fucking table. Things sucked. I'm not a constructive guy. I'm just good for constructive criticism, not construction. But anyways, that's the Hornet. It's a very unique board, and I don't think it's for everybody, but I think some will truly, deeply love this board.
Yeah.
And I think I like the idea of, I haven't ridden it, but I like the idea of the Chaser more, because I feel like it has more my size.
It's a size thing.
Yeah.
If you're the right size for this board and you love this outline and you like, and if you get a chance to try one of these, obviously that's the best way to conquer that. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure about
boots,
this.
it's about comfort. With boards, it's about size.
It is. Yeah. What are the stance widths on? What's the max out on this thing? Is it 21?
It was 22 all the way out. Yeah, I think.
It's kind of surprising actually.
Yeah,
it's such a short board.
I'll readdress that on the table, but I think it was like, well, you know what? I think I got 22 putting, instead of doing this, I think I did this. But it's really close, and it's a small, just playful, super surfy board. That would be the best way. Floats. I mean, it's up there with just the best of the best powder boards, but it is small, it is bucky. You have to be really calculated and careful the way you turn. And
this board could have been designed for a specific size rider in mind as well.
Yeah, it's made for a smaller guy than we are, so it's kind of a mismatch,
Cool.
I remember that.
Beautiful board.
Yeah.
Looks good like all the Gentems.
Yep.